Hi guys, it's Nicole. We're covering our chapters 8 and 10. Chapter 8 we have consultation, coaching, and mentoring. And chapter 10 we have paraeducator. We'll start with chapter 8. A consultation is when two members meet to address a problem with a third party. Your characteristics of a consultation, maybe you have your triadic and indirect relationship. This would be when you have maybe your teacher meet with your reading coach. They would maybe discuss an issue a child is having with reading. They would try to come up with a solution for this. Your consultation should be voluntary. Either member could step aside or not come to that person for assistance or anything like that anymore. You want the person that is doing the consulting to be an expert in what they are doing. There is a problem-solving process or procedure to go through, and you have shared but differentiated responsibilities and accountability. Unlike what we have been learning in previous chapters, not everybody shares the accountability. Everybody's accountable for their own thing. Your consultation models, you have your behavioral consultation. You have consultations must be understood behavioral principles and practices. They must also ensure their consultees understand principles and practices. Consultees control reinforcement, and data collection is very important in this. Your procedure for the behavioral consultation, you have identifying the problem and analyzing the problem. You administer intervention, and then you evaluate what your solution to the problem did. Your clinical consultation recognizes the problem and suggests possible solutions for adjusting the dilemma, and there's no clear procedure to follow with this model. Coaching, the process in which an education professional with advanced knowledge and skills uses various strategies for job-embedded professional development to increase the capacity of teachers so that they can improve student outcomes. This idea is based that teachers, when learning in a group, would be more likely to implement what they are learning versus if they just learned it by themselves. And the educators, they teach educators skills to improve student achievement. They implement school reform and initiatives and associate with Reading First, which is a part of the No Child Left Behind legislation. Technical and reform coaching. Technical coaching is research-based. It supports teachers as they learn the practices, when they implement the practices in their classroom, and they are there if challenges arrive with the new practices they are implementing. Reform coaching, these individuals might be brought in if a student is struggling. They evaluate what is going on, and they try to find a solution to the problem. Mentoring is a personal guidance delivered to a first-year teacher for the purpose of inducting them into the profession and improving how they perform in their chosen field. The mentors sometimes are matched by the subject area they are teaching or the grade level they are in. They are prepared through ongoing professional development activities, and administrative structure support the mentoring, and expectations are set for frequent contact between your mentor and your mentoree. Paraeducators, Chapter 10, they're individuals who provide direct and indirect instruction and other services to students who are supervised by licensed professionals who are responsible for student outcomes. So this would be an individual helping the main teacher in the classroom. The teacher is still responsible for what goes on, but you do have that extra body in the classroom to help you with tasks. Your paraeducators have to have an associate's degree, proper training, and must demonstrate competence in math, science, reading, writing, and school readiness. Your roles and responsibilities of the paraeducator might be to provide general support to teachers in classrooms. They are assigned as one-to-one assistants for students with disabilities, and sometimes they support special education programs. Other responsibilities, they can provide intervention to students, review directions that the teacher gave. Maybe a few of the students didn't understand the directions, so the paraeducator can review those. And if they were doing maybe research papers, the paraeducator could help them provide or help them locate legitimate resources to use, and they can observe student behavior maybe while the teacher is teaching, try to understand maybe if a problem's going on, what is causing that problem. Non-instructional responsibilities of the paraeducator would be to be support for the students. Maybe if a student is completely disabled, it would be feeding the student, moving the student from class to class, and assisting that student in any way that there is necessary. Clerical responsibilities would be assisting in completing paperwork. There is a lot of paperwork that goes on in the classroom, so a paraeducator's responsibility might be in assisting with that. And other responsibilities might be provide translation to non-English speaking families, provide clarification for technical terms, and assisting with parents, maybe in parent meetings or things such as. While the roles of the paraeducator are very broad, there are specific things that they cannot do. They should not write individual education plan goals for students. They cannot interpret data to form an education goal. They should not make decisions about what instructional or behavioral interventions are needed by students. They should not decide what particular programs are no longer needed for students, and basically any other critical decisions concerning students and their education and safety. Planning with paraeducators, it's important to find time. That way you're both on the same page, you know what you're doing. And it allows for discussion between them. Like I said, you're on the same page. Things that might hinder this would be your different planning times. Maybe they're not in the room with you all day. You have conflicting schedules, and they are not paid on the work days that the teachers have. They're only paid on days that the students are in school, so some of these might be factors for them. All right, that is all. Thank you.